All praise the Creator. All praise the Creator. Most ancient head of days. Our head of days. Our head. Our ancient history. Our ancient energy. Our ancient togetherness. Our ancient unity. These things don't have to be taught. You don't need a teacher to teach you to unite. You need to remember that you are united. And that is a familiar wave. And it's a familiar feeling. So trust yourself. Trust what you are feeling. And go in that direction, man. Love to Jay Stu. We had a wonderful convo last night. And he brought up the scripture, Isaiah 66. And I said, I'm going to remember that, man. I'm going to drop it, man. So I'm dropping this for Jay Stu. Love to the family, Jay and Camellia, Mario and Shalise. Shalise. You know what I'm talking about. Love to all y'all out there, man. And, you know what I'm saying? We just got so much, great energy. Keep supporting that. GoFundMe. Love to Francisco. He told me that something was offline with it. So I corrected that. If anyone has been trying to, donate to the GoFundMe, Drop Nation, headed home, click that link below. And just, support the fan that you see in front of you that's, bring you whatever we can. Whatever the wave is, whatever we can bring together to unify not only the information, but the energy itself, and to inspire others to do the same everywhere across this plane. Love to the melanated true earth plane everywhere, man. We're going to get that Isaiah 66, hey ya. And, this is out of Jay Stu's energy, which is our energy. So just keep Jay Stu and the family out there at heart as I kick this. This is what Jay wanted everybody out there, man, to be feeling and vibrating. And so we're on the same wave as what they feeling, you know what I'm saying? So Isaiah 66. Thus says Heya, the heavens are my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? For all those things has my hand made, and those things have been, says Heya. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor, and of a contrite ruach, and trembles at my word. He that kills an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrifices a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offers a oblation, as if he offered swine's blood. He that burns incense, as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delights in the abominations. Is that true of today? I also will choose their delusions, and will bring their fears upon them. The things that people are fearing this and they're fearing that, you're going to bring it on your own fears, based on the fact that you've delighted not in choosing your old ways and choosing your old path. So the things that you fear, the things that people are fearing in the news, and this is going to happen and that's going to happen, will fall on their own head, their own destruction, their own chaos. Let's go. Verse 4. I will also choose their delusions, so they're delusional, and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spoke, they did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. You chose not in the ways of your Creator. This is your predicament today, your own fears on your own head. But let's go. Hear that word of Heya. Ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Heya be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice from Heya that renders recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, she brought forth; before her pain came, she was delivered a man-child. Who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Shall the earth be made to bring forth everything at once for you? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. As soon as she travailed, she brought forth her children. So you remember, I believe it's in Edris, and Arthur Scott Jr. was kicking it, and talked about a conversation, with the prophet and the creator, and he said, why are you going through this? Why do we all have to go through this? Why can't all the righteous people just be born? Why can't we just get it over with? Why does it have to be all this long, drawn out type of thing? And, what are you getting out of this? You know what I'm saying? If you already know what's going to happen, why don't you just make it happen? Why can't all those people that's supposed to be, let them be now, Why do we have to suffer such a long suffer? And the Creator said, should the earth, ask a pregnant woman to have all her children at once. Ask a woman, why don't you have all your children at the same time? You see, everything has to come forth in its day. Everything has to come forth in its order. The earth cannot handle having all her children at once. But what are we saying here? Hear the word of Haya, ye that tremble at his word. Your brother that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Haya be glorified. So this is what they said that cast us out. Our brothers, our own brethren that hated us, that cast us out. For the Most High's name's sake, he said, well, let Haya be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of Haya that renders recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain, she was delivered, a man-child. Who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? Should everything just happen at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth? Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Says Haya, shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb? Says your Elohim, says your Father, says your power. Rejoice ye with Yerushalayim, and be glad with her. All ye that love her, rejoice for her, and all ye that mourn for her, that ye may be sucked and be satisfied with the breast of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted with abundance of her glory. For thus says Haya, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river. You're looking for peace, you're looking for power. Behold, your Creator is prepared to extend peace to you like a river. I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the people like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. And one whom has his mother's comfort, as one who has his mother's comfort, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem, in your land, in your peace. Remember, Salam is peace. Melchizedek, Prince of Peace or King of Peace. So you have a land of peace. You have a peaceful land. When we talk about J. Stu, when we talk about relying on the Creator, it's just making your way to a peaceful land. It's just understanding that you are a prisoner of war, that you have been invaded, and how do you reasonably make considerations to turn towards peace? When you turn towards Zion or Jerusalem, you're turning towards peace. Is Utah Zion itself? Is it Jerusalem? No, I believe that that's in South America. I believe that that's Peru. I believe that this is a migration area that has something to do possibly with Mesopotamia, possibly with Samaria. This has a deep root. The cedars, trees, and everything that teach me to be priest he's been bringing out with the cedars, all that is all one land that's connected to one migration patterns from those four corners to Mexico, to South America, to Peru and the Black Kingdoms. All that is your migration pattern. All that is you. And all we're doing is migrating back to us. Not that everything is not us, right? But we're just specifically getting off certain areas that we know have been completely hijacked and making our way more into more frequency-friendly environments. And that may take a while. It's a process. It's a plan. It's a thought. But at least we're turning our thoughts to a land of peace instead of turning our thoughts to the beast. Either we turn our thoughts to the land of peace and start moving towards peace, or we're turning our thoughts towards the beast, television, cable, and all the bullshit, and all the frequency, and all the 440. We're turning ourselves with that 432. You know what I'm saying? We're representing. We're representing the frequency, man. Love to all the family, man, representing the frequency. As one whom his mother comforts, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of Hea shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation towards his enemies. For behold, Hea will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Hea plead. No, Jesus is coming for peace. Oh, let's all get together. We're all God's children. It's all going to be peace. Is this what your prophet is saying? Your Yeshayahu, your Isaiah is saying? Did he say that the Creator is coming for peace? Or that first he needs to proclaim and render recompense to those who have enslaved and tortured and mutilated his people for thousands of years? The hijack that's been here in the celestial, ruling the underworld, ruling the world underneath the firmament, the vibration layer that you exist. You proceed all that stuff. There is no layer to block you from your Creator. They created their frequency here. They rule these energy here. All this energy, that's them. All their holidays, that's them. We got this Halloween thing, that's Samhain. You can go back on our show archives, look up Samhain in the show archives. You see a whole 5-minute show on this Samhain and the energies that's being pulled. You see all this negative energy popping out all over the place, trying to hijack us. Where do you think that's coming from? This is antimatter. This is what the CERN portal is doing in Switzerland. Built on the temple of Apollo with the Shiva in front. That's all Apollon, Abaddon, Isus, Zeus, Christ, all that shit. It's all one entity. Shiva, Brahma, we gotta understand. Buddha, Christ. All this is hijacked the indigenous people here. All of it. So now we're looking up and we're like, all right, what they're doing with this portal, this antimatter, the antimatter literally attacks your antimatter. Their antimatter systems are built to pull out the antimatter in you. So if you're holding and festering antimatter, you're going to be going fucking crazy right now. In the bads, you're going to become more dark, more negative. You see people get more dark. They don't understand anything all of a sudden. They can't see anything clear all of a sudden. They're getting more angry all of a sudden. This is all programmed. But that 432 is going to shine through. And we got to keep striving for it, man. No fear. So for by fire, the Most High says, and by his sword will Hea plead with all flesh, and the slain of Hea shall be many. The slain of the Creator will be many. The slain of the Creator will be many. Are Christians teaching that? Oh no, they're just going to slay all the non-Christians. You know, I know we're in 66, but just one little skip back right quick to Isaiah 14, Yeshayahu 14, 1. For Hea will have mercy on Yaakov, and will yet choose Israel, and will set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. So those strangers that choose the Creator shall be joined with us, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Yaakov. They'll cleave to the house of those that are chose up already. And they will choose up with the children that have already chose up already. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them. Who are the house of Israel possessing? the strangers. How do you know this? The house of Israel shall possess them for servants and handmaids. Isaiah 14:1, you read it. So the house of Israel will possess the strangers for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So the tables will be turned. So who's on the bottom of the caste system where this would apply to? Israelites, Adamites, first people, indigenous people. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. And it shall come to pass in that day that Haya shall give you rest from your sorrow, and from your fear, and from your hard bondage, wherein you were made to serve. And Haya shall give you rest from your sorrow, and from your fear, and from your hard bondage, which you were made to serve. Let's finish up 66, and this is the last chapter in Isaiah before you get to Jeremiah. Jeremiah. It's one of my favorite books by far. Good times. All right, let's finish this up. So, hey, it's going to come with fire and with the sword. All right, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Haya plead with all flesh, and the slain of Haya shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree, in the midst eating swine flesh, and abomination and the mouth shall be consumed together. So people still going to be eating swine in the wilderness. Hear this again. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse and rat shall be consumed together, says Haya. So you got people eating swine's flesh in the wilderness, people going crazy. Hijacks will be in the wilderness too, because they're going to be like, well, that makes sense. I'm just going to go for my safety, but they're not going to think about order or the Creator. Mark my word. For I know their works and their thoughts, and it shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, a sign, an energy, a wave. And I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, Ladi, that draw the bow, to Tubal, Yavan, to isles far off. So we're being sent off now to these isles of Gentiles and other places that have not heard of. So even places that isles far off that you ain't even heard of. My fame neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among other people, and they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Haya out of all nations upon horses. So they're going to be bringing all our brethren for offerings unto the Creator. Let's get that again. Y'all know I'm in Inglewood. Inglewood's right by the airport, man. So, you know, it's like a military base or something, man. The planes are literally over my head, man. So, you know, trying to lay low, man. Trying to keep a low pro. The watchers, man. They watching. All right, man. So, and they shall bring all your brethren for an offering. So they're going to bring all our brothers and sisters that are still in the cities and other places for an offering unto the Creator out of all nations, upon horses and chariots and litters, and upon mules and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, says Haya, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Haya. So what do they mean they're going to bring us as offerings? Could it mean that literally they're going to say, oh, now I get it. Those are the Creator's children. Let us bring them to the Creator. Maybe if we gather them up in FEMA camps and we gather them up, we'll be doing a good thing. And then we can bring them to the Creator and say, hey, I have your children. I didn't know. Here they go. Can you leave us alone and spare us, please? Look at all the children we have. And they shall bring your brethren for an offering unto Haya out of all nations upon horses, chariots. They're going to fly us, put us on things. They're going to get us to the Creator. They're going to say, okay. we have to get them to the Creator because he's asking for them. So let's go bring them to the Creator. Okay. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levim, says he. For as the renewed heavens and the renewed earth, so the earth is being renewed. Renewed, what does that mean? It's going into a frequency. It's being restored in energy. Energy, frequency, and vibration. So the earth is being renewed. That 440 is getting out of here. That 432 is shifting it up into a whole nother beautiful spectrum. That if you're not vibrating and surfing the wave, and if you're on some other stuff, then that's just not the energy that we're talking about here. That's just not what we're, setting out for. That's not our goal as a community, right? So I would take of them priests and for Levim, says, hey, for as the renewed heavens and the renewed earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, says, hey, so shall your seed and your name forever. So as these heavens are renewed, and as the earth is renewed, so is your seed renewed. As your heavens are renewed and your earth is renewed, so is your seed renewed. Let's get that again. For as the renewed heavens, I'm in verse 22. Let's get it. Here's our dismount. For as the renewed heavens and the renewed earth, which I will make. So how are the heavens being renewed? We're talking about the celestial. We're talking about under the firmament. Above the firmament, that's pure water. Below the firmament is the cutoff between the lower vibrations and higher vibrations. They've been having us worship heavenly celestial beings in the heavens, which seem like they're upper to us, but they're very much lower compared to the higher heavens when you know you're not spinning on a ball and everything is revolving around you and it's all above you. So they mock you. They mock God. They act like they're he. They act like they're it. But they just exist under a firmament. And they act like they are doing other things. So as it is renewed, Most High is renewing that area. That's going to be in a renewed frequency. The earth's going to be in a renewed frequency. Heavens and the renewed earth, which I shall make, shall remain before me, says, hey, yes, so shall your seed and your name remain. So my people, my family, we remain. And that's the trick. That's the real thing. Some people have negative birth rates. Some people they can't remain here. The sun don't agree with them. The earth don't agree with them. And it shall come to pass that from new moon to new moon, from Shabbat to Shabbat, shall all flesh come to worship before your Creator, the Creator of your sacred trees. I mean, what do you serve? What order do you serve? You do know that you are an order. And you have to be in order. So, I serve a frequency. I'm a servant of a frequency. And in that is a beautiful pattern and design that I'm learning every day. That I can see through my children's eyes every day. That's real every day. What frequency do you choose? Don't let that antimatter store up. Don't let all that stuff fester in you and control you, because it will get worse. It will have a hold on you, But all flesh shall come to worship, come to serve the energy that created all of this beautiful system, all of the ether, all of the water, all of the energy, all of the consciousness. Again, you can't be conscious until you have a full understanding of whose consciousness you're actually in. And that wave that you ride, once you're on it, you can belly flop, you can backstroke, you know what I'm saying? You can doggy paddle, do what you got to do. Let's get the last verse. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of men that have transgressed against me. That pretty much is straightforward, right? For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. So, and they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of men that have transgressed against the Creator. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorrent unto all flesh. As we get this, and as we dig in, you know, much love to Jay Stu for that wonderful inspiration. I'm so grateful, man, that, you know, I got a brother like that, man, that's just so fearless and so real. You know what I mean? We have a great opportunity, man, to keep connecting and keep making our family grow and grow, you know what I'm saying? And those that, you know, want to continue to, you know, learn more about the Creator, learn more about what it's like to be, you know what I'm saying, striving in these particular directions. The information is not what it is. The foundation is what it is. The foundation of knowing that underneath your feet and above you is a system. This system has a creator. This is a very intelligent design. It wasn't by accident, nor are you. They've only given you that as lies so that you feel insignificant. But as soon as you know there is an intelligent design, a system that is revolving around you,